One of the most iconic dystopias is about to get a little bigger. From Prime Video's upcoming original series, Bladerunner 2099, please welcome stars Michelle Yeoh and Hunter Schafer and showrunner Silka Luisa. 2099's first trailer was finally revealed this morning. Silka, how excited were you to add to the Blade Runner mythology with this show?
I mean, Blade Runner was such an important film for me, so all of this is really just beyond a dream come true.
I mean, I was stunned watching the trailer myself. Hunter and Michelle, your characters seem to be in the middle of everything happening in this trailer. What can you tell me about your dynamic?
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Dangerous.
Mysterious.
Yeah, I would say there's some visages being worn, and we have a lot to learn about each other over the course of the series.
Pretty friendly? No?
Not too friendly.
Totally not friendly. I mean, Owen is not a friendly person.
I picked it up. Michelle, with Star Trek Discovery and now Blade Runner, you're in two of the most iconic science fiction franchises. What do you like about playing in these worlds?
Oh, wow. Like you say, they're iconic, they're legendary, and to be part of it, these worlds is such a privilege and an honor. But it's because it's so challenging. I love sci-fi because it's the future. And we're always curious about what is the future going to be like. And suddenly we are there, you know, when we're on set and we are literally living it out. It's exciting. It brings so much joy.
Yeah. Thank you, Captain. Hunter, what was your first exposure to the Blade Runner franchise?
Yeah, my first exposure was, I hate to admit it, but my first exposure was to Blade Runner 2049 when it first came out and I was in high school. And then that led me to the original Blade Runner. And it wasn't until joining this series that I read the Philip K. Dick book and you know, really kind of took that next step of diving into the lore, which was very exciting.
Well, I mean, on the note of 2049, how does 2099 compare to 2019 and 2049? What's weird and futuristic, and what's immediately familiar?
Ooh, well, we're taking place 50 years after 2049, and is this okay with you?
God.
Sorry. And there's been a huge reversal in the world. Right now, replicants have taken over. So the war that was beginning, or felt like it was about to begin at the end of 2049, has now happened, and we're in the aftermath of that.
Will there be flashbacks?
Oh, I can't say that.
Okay, that's for us to find out. The role of AI in real life is changing rapidly. Did any real-world technological developments influence the direction you took this show?
We actually used the films and the P.K. Dick novel as our basis. And so many of those ideas are baked into it already. What's insane is that the world has really caught up to our source material.
Well, this is a mini-series. Are there plans for potential additional episodes or seasons, or is this a one-and-done story with a complete story in mind from the beginning?
At conception, the idea was for us to do a limited series. Blade Runner is so inherently cinematic. It was important for us to have a structure that did feel still cinematic narratively. And so there's very much a beginning, middle, and end. But my hope is that if people embrace the show, either this or there's other ways to expand the Blade Runner universe. There's so much world there.
I'm really excited to look
As
at
a
that.
fan myself, I'm like, more.
So if you had your way, more.
I think all three of us would say yes.
Well, tell us about Ridley Scott's involvement. What was it like working with him?
He came on very early on in the process, and you know, of course, he's so fundamental to Blade Runner. You know, the visual design of it, all of really the essence of, he's the author of the Blade Runner that we all know and love. And early on, you know, as I was writing the script, he really helped me understand how he set up the world mechanics and what his intentions were, how he philosophically approached replicants and, you know, what humanity means. And all of that was really helpful in just making sure that we were continuing to build on top of a canon that felt authentic.
After watching the trailer, it feels like there might be a bit of a bookend to the famous Tears in the Rain speech from the original, now that the replicants are in charge. Did you try to answer some of the questions that were raised in the Ridley Scott original?
In terms of what does it mean to be human?
Yes.
I don't think you can do Blade Runner without trying to answer that question. That is so baked into what Blade Runner is. I think what's fantastic is that we have a television show, we have two amazing roles and characters in Alwyn and Cora, and we actually get to explore it even more than the films because we have more time, and it's such an expansive world.
Well, what can you tell us about Alwyn and Cora? I want to know them so badly.
Owen, as we know, is a replicant. Right? And she's, from the beginning, you can see that she's accepted the fact that there is a timeline and her death is impending very soon. But she is one of those that don't like to leave things not unfinished. She likes to make sure everything is, that's very typical Owen. And so she has a mission that she wants to complete. And I'm not telling you what the mission is, but and lo and behold comes Cora.
Yes, and
And she hated Cora. Like, this is just a fly in the wall.
yes.
Right?
Yes, and Cora's a human, and you know, desperately trying to survive under the new, you know, the new order with replicants in power, and ultimately ends up having to sort of disguise herself as a Blade Runner and run into the likes of Alwyn in her place of work.
Imagine how dangerous it is, right? Like every time someone calls her name, it's like, I'm dying. I'm dead.
Yeah, exactly. It's very scary.
I'm pretty worried for her.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for coming by. I am so excited to check this out. Blade Runner 2099 streams exclusively on Prime Video later this year. But right now, there is more Comic-Con coming up. Don't get washed away like tears and rain. Time for a quick break.